in for that 5. That is an ugly flop for 2 5s. It's gone check, check.
10,000.
And Tony now betting 10,000. He wants to win this right here.
Absolutely. And I don't think he's going to.
Called by Rod Harrington. River to come.
Check. Pair of 5s.
Check, check. Cascarino shows his 5s, and it's not enough because Harrington had a pair of queens on the flop. He was in tough spot before the flop, Gary, with a queen 5. But when that lady hit the board, Rod Harrington was going nowhere. And Cascarino has lost quite a bit of money to that pot. It's amazing he's still in this tournament. They've played 18 hands so far, and a look at our pie chart shows Tony Cascarino with only the briefest sliver of chips in 6th position. Teddy Sheringham, though, that yellow wedge is looking pretty good. And those are Sheringham's chips, nicely stacked, Gary Jones. And that stack of red, well, that's over 100,000 right there. Those chips being 5,000 apiece. He is very comfortable. And with the button, you have to like his chances right now.
Pass.
Absolutely. He's played phenomenally well to start off with. Got a very nice hand early on against Tony Cascarino. And he's managed to get himself in a really good position.
Pass.
Blinds are 2 and 4,000, and Rod Harrington has creeped in
12,000
to this pot, but we've got a raise now from the small blind. That's John McCrearick with the King 7 suited, and a whole lot of gumption.
Absolutely, he's playing this this hand with a little bit of power.
Pass.
And he's managed to get Rod to lay down the best hand, so good strong play from John.
So Rod Harrington not going for the 10,000 more. John McCrearick taking the pot, and McCrearick very unpredictable. But with plays like that, Gary Jones, he may just get the chips.
Absolutely, he's going to be very hard for the other players to read. I think half the time he's not sure what he's doing himself, so it makes it a bit tricky for the rest of them.
Capable of playing with any 2 is McCrearick, and his image says that he doesn't know where it's at. Cards coming out now. Tony Cascarino in the big blind, and the 4,000 he's got in there represent almost 1/6 of his chips. So he may be guarding those, but it's Harrington to speak, and Rod playing quite a few hands lately.
Call.
Queen Jack offsuit for Harrington.
Pass.
Matthew Stevens has played as well, and it'll be Cascarino's option from the big blind. Tony says, deal them quick while I've got a chance for a free flop. And he's hoping for some 8s.
No, I'm not raising.
I have to wait.
Oh, sorry.
Matthew and Rod both tying with the best hand.
3 players.
We are 3-way here, and that Queen Jack of Harrington will fit in nicely. 10 Jack Queen King open up, ended straight. But Stevens has got the same hand.
4,000.
I think it's going to be the
Pass.
he who bets the most wins. Neither of them hit. It's going to be quite entertaining, this hand.
So we're ahead up now, 2 players having the same hand, and Gary Jones, if neither player's hit, it'll be the first bluffer to win.
Absolutely, and my money's on Matthew Stevens. He's already took control of this pot with his bet on the flop.
Underneath the next card, isn't it? What's the heart rate going there?
8 does not change things except it brings a 3rd diamond on the board, and Stevens with the Queen of Diamonds finds out he's got a few extra outs.
It's 8,000.
8,000 is the bet, putting the pressure on Rod Harrington. And if both these players miss completely, Harrington, the aggressor, might be able to take this pot on the river. Stevens, the aggressor, excuse me.
Call.
8,000 called by Harrington. He's looking for a 9 or an ace. And Marina has put the river down. Look at that, Gary. It's paired both players up, but it's the 4th diamond.
Absolutely. Matthew's got to like his hand now. He's got the 2nd best hand out there. He's sitting there with a queen flush.
Check.
And he might just get a caller from Rod if he keeps it.
Oh, right.
So,
Well, He knows he's got some power.
13,000.
And that card was the worst thing that Ron Harrington could have seen. He's got a tough decision now with the 13,000, or is it no decision?
I think we might actually get a caller. I don't think Rod's been one to pass much, so there's a half chance he might call this bet.
Harrington was going for the straight, but the pair on the river might just suck him in.
Doesn't look like a happy man, but feels like he might have to make the call. Matthew looking very calm. I think he knows he's got the best hand here.
Second nuts, you said, and with the time Harrington's been taking, Stevens can be pretty sure there's no ace of diamonds in there. Good fold.
Good lay down from Rod. Yeah, very impressed.
Harrington has given up the pot. Give the money to Matthew Stevens. But Rod Harrington showing something there with a very disciplined fold. And you like the way he played that hand, Gary?
Yeah, I like the way. I actually like the way Matthew took control of the pot, but I was also very impressed with Rod's laydown in the end. I thought he might actually call with a bit of inexperience, not realising that Matthew's probably got a better hand. But yeah, I'm quite impressed that they both played that hand very well.
So the celebrity's showing that they've got some game, and this game is on. Cards out now for a hand. Cards coming out. Marina shuffling and dealing out for hand number 20. Place the button, post the blinds. 2 and 4,000, 6,000 in the pot before Stevens will look at his cards. And not a bad percentage for Stevens. 6 hands played, 4 of them won. Although he's about level par, he's only got 100,000.
Pass.
Yeah, he's managed to fight himself back from
Call.
the situation he found him in with losing the chips early on.
Raise to 8,000. Pass.
There was a call from Teddy
Pass.
Sheringham, and now Giddens has raised up the pot 6,000 more, and with the ace-8 suited on the button, it's feeling very good.
2 players.
It'll be head up between Sheringham and Sheringham and Giddens, excuse me. And we saw earlier when Ed raised the pot that he was willing to bet even if he missed the flop. Flop coming down, and it helps neither player, but Giddens with the ace high still the best hand.
Check. Check.
Turn for free. Giddens did not fire at it, Gary.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised about that. That's an even better flop that for him to fire at, and now he's put the
Check.
Check.
given the emphasis to Teddy, who could have took advantage there. Looked like he thought about it, but didn't bother.
Yeah, bit of a threat check there from Sheringham, fiddling the chips. And Giddens says, let's
7,000.
end this nonsense right now. 7,000 if you want to see the river card.
Pass.
And Sheringham cautiously gives it up. Giddens will take the money. It looked like you could have blown him over with a straw, but Giddens found a bit of bottle there on the turn, took down that pot. Every poker hand begins with the placing of the button and the posting of the blinds. The button is a disc that represents the nominal dealer. It moves one space to the left every hand. The blinds are forced bets to get the action going. 2 bets to the left of the button, small blind and big blind. The big blind is usually double the small. Action for this first round of betting will be to the left of the big blind, in this case, player number 4. Blinds are raised throughout the game to keep the action going. And Giddens with the steady pulse rate, 95 beats a minute. Well, he's just happy to be here. Not too excited yet.
Hasn't hit a flop, Ed, yet, and he's still the chip leader. I'm very
Pass.
impressed with the way he's played quite a controlled and disciplined game.
Pass. Pass.
Pass, 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 put a pony
Call.
in the pot. Harrington now from the small blind with the 6-8 suited will take on Matthew Stevens.